Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cat's Cottage. I'm drinking a nice hot cup of coffee this morning, and it looks like I'm all in green, too. Everything is good at my house. Everything's, rolling along. I did hear thunder and some rain last night, and uh, that worried me. It kind of woke me up and worried me. Uh, they still got me colored up in their uh, weather pattern. Um, I wonder when is it our turn. Uh, I watched all those videos of those people that lost their homes in that tornado. It just, ooh, mm. And a lot of them didn't make it. It was in the middle of the night, and it looked like where they were at that might not have been an alarm um, to let them know. You know, they were kind of stretched out, and it appears like they might have been working uh, or sunk all their money into those homes. They were beautiful homes, and they were probably working to get what they had, their savings, their their income, and it's all gone. It just and yesterday I got so hot out there, boy, it was clipping on up to like 90, and I was fooling around my greenhouse, and did piddling, things that rest your mind, when you do stuff like that, fooling around with plants, checking them out, you know, giving them a little more soil, give them a look and see if they got any insects on them, things like that. That relaxes you. Anyway, that's what I was doing in the heat. It kept getting hotter and hotter, and I noticed that I needed to water twice. These plants in these trays, I'd taken all my trays out of the greenhouse and set them on the table for the sun, start hardening them off. And boy, their soil was just dried up. And I have to say, the biggest mistake probably going on is I'm buying the soil, and it's just mostly peat moss, I think. And it's supposed to be potting soil. The potting soil seems to be more peat moss now. And I thought I was noticing that, but I wasn't sure about it. And yesterday, I had to water my plants out there in the sun twice. And I went around front and I watered all up in there. Finally, I quit hauling the water from my rain barrels and just got the garden hose out. But anyway, I had noticed that it had picked up the heat, and I hate to see it coming so fast, but that tells me that somebody else, when it gets suddenly hot and kind of drawing and heat, somebody might be getting a tornado. And oh, we're almost getting immune to it. We're seeing it so much, and if you look at those videos on those houses are just a foundation, or they're just crumbled up, just little splinters. Looks like splinters from the sky everywhere, and there's no possessions at anywhere. You don't have anything left, and it's just to me like we need to step back, take a look at how we're building these houses. I know nothing can almost go against these tornadoes. Some of them when they pick up, uh, and a lot of times we think it's that little funnel that's up there, and it's doing it. It's touching the ground, but it seems to be when it comes up a little, and then it's whipping on the ground, and you can kind of see through it, and it's not in a form. That's the dangerous stuff. That's the where it starts tearing up, and it's like it's taking a mixer and going right over the ground. Uh, maybe we need to look at something different. If we just keep getting hit year after year, several times a year, and especially in the South here, maybe y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I know y'all are, but maybe we need to start digging down in our homes, digging down. And I know there's a basement. In the South, we don't have basements, and in the North, I don't know how y'all probably would go in a basement, but I understand that when that house is ripped off, the basement kind of can collapse and go with it. So my little spot I got downstairs under the stairwell, that's not good enough. That is not anything. And I'm just kidding myself. All happened down there is I'll get buried by all this lumber, and I'll be crushed. But it struck me that maybe we need to go underground. Maybe there was a reason why we lived in the caves. The caveman. Maybe maybe that was a reason why he was in them caves. But I don't mean, like, well, I guess I do. I do mean dig underground and get the whole house underground. Live like what was it? Hobbits. Let's start living like hobbits. But I know it's not funny, but I just get sick looking. Just yesterday, oh man. It doesn't matter if you have a shack or you have a mediocre home or you have a rich home. You don't want to see them. You don't want people to see people destroyed, you know, fire or whatever it is. You don't want to see people destroyed like that. And I think if there was a fire, an underground house would be okay too, as long as you don't inhale, let that get that smoke in. But there was an underground house here in Memphis, and I can't remember the street it was on. But the only thing you could see a hill with grass that was all cut, and right there at the very front, the door and the front porch, you could see that down on the ground flat, and their whole house was underground except for that front porch. Uh, I always wanted to look in that. I never was able to do it, but uh, I don't know if that house is still there or not. I hadn't thought about that in years, but um, at least if you want your house all blown apart, you should have a shelter. You should dig at least or one of those safe homes in those houses. You need a safe. What would it be called? A vault, something like that. I don't know, but my husband wouldn't go along with that. He's 84 years old. I ain't doing no such a thing. I ain't building nothing. I ain't spending my money in on that. No, I'm not. When we have a storm, he doesn't get in the closet with me. He's out on the front porch looking around, you know. So anyway, that hurt me while looking at that. That hurt me. I saw young couples, looking around with bags, trying to find them something. It That woman, she didn't even have hardly anything in her bag. And at the last there, she said, she told that man, he said, "Can I help y'all in any way?" She was there. And she said, I'd like to get my mama's purse. I've kept my mama's purse. And it's right, I can see it right there in that debris. So he was a good guy. He climbed up there and everything and got her purse. Um, it just, it's terrible. Terrible. I know Elon Musk said he wants to build this village, this place to live, a new kind of city is what he's talking about. Well, I hope it's the kind that either you can attach those little homes real quick and haul them out on your truck, or you're digging underground. Hope you're digging underground. But anyway, I'm going to change the subject. I want to show y'all this. I don't know if I ever showed y'all this. I got this the other day at the thrift store. And when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, that is just the cutest little thing. And these things, these were for milk, were they not? So you set them on the table and for milk. I never had milk growing up, okay? We didn't have a cow, and there was no milk. The only milk was at school, and I barely got any. So, but this is the cutest little thing, and I don't think it's a Christmas thing at all. I think it's just a village in the winter. As a matter of fact, the bottom of it um, has snow village, and I don't know what would come with it. Maybe I just don't see it as, you could probably see it as Christmas, but I don't. I see it as a beautiful country scene in the winter, you know. But it's just the sweetest thing, and I just had to have it. Had to look at it a while, keep it and look at it, and I, I I don't know if anybody ever used it. Sometimes you can tell if anybody ever used it. I don't think they did, but I really like it. But so I'm coming along here. I'm not trying to stall for time showing you that picture. I just wanted to show it to y'all. Something I really liked. Uh, I might put it with my dishes out on the balcony there. My Pioneer Woman dishes. I might put those out in that cabinet and it's almost not a cabinet. I, Yesterday, I started trying to rig it, I'm gonna fix this and that and other. Boy, I knew it, I had taken it all the way down to the frame. So I thought, well, at least I can carry it up where I want to go because it's light. It was light, it was just clumsy. And I decided to go up through the house, instead of try to go up the balcony round. That wasn't my idea to put those stairs there. That was my husband's. I wanted old-fashioned wood steps that went up. I wanted those things. Anyway, that's another story. But I got it up here, and I got it on my balcony, and it's leaning out there. And I'm like, okay, I got to put this thing back, put it back together somehow. And everything I took off of it just went, you know, crumbled. So I burned all that, and I got to rig up something. Other than that, I just got a frame sitting out there. Doesn't look that, you know, like any kind of antique cabinet at all. But anyway, maybe I'll talk my husband into helping me, put some wood screws in there and all that, try to strengthen it up and put something on it that'll hold the dishes in. It's open. Just a frame. There's no backing or anything that'll hold anything. If you couldn't put anything in it, really. But anyway, oh, life's great, ain't it? Oh, gosh. Well, I'm going to get another swallow of this coffee before I leave. And I want all you. Oh, I hope none of my viewers were in that group of people that lost your home. Oh, that just grieved me. Grieved me. I'm gonna pray for y'all if you're the ones that lost your home. I was thinking this morning. I thought, oh my gosh, they have no home and they get up, and what if they stayed in part of the home or God, people are living in tents now. They're living in tents. And in Washington, they better start caring about us, because if not, we are going to go live in the caves. I understand Tennessee's got some pretty cool caves, and they're real cool and nice. They're abandoned. Nobody goes in them anymore. So who knows how far we'll go. So I want to say goodbye before I start talking about something else. I'm going to say goodbye, and I enjoyed talking to y'all. God bless y'all. And let's all try to be safe. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.